It's so difficult. It's hard. As a coach, you just don't know how to grab the attention of a team, to set them on edge so that they're ready to come out and compete in a vastly hostile place. That you have to win ball game there under duress regardless. You're going to have to do the job.
Could Oklahoma City have prepared you for this?
Yeah, maybe, but they're not as veteran a team as this one is. But look at what we had to do to win in Oklahoma.
How's the atmosphere in Utah compared to other arenas?
Well, there's still Laker fans there. We have our contingent of fans, so you can still hear them cheering gently.
Andre Kirilenko said he's definitely playing in Game 3. He wants to guard Kobe as well. How does that affect your matchup situation?
Well, he's an effective defender, maybe one of the most unique defenders in the league. He can do many things, block from behind, he chases guys down and breaks. He's very good. Kobe has had opportunities against him. He's done well, but he's going to have to measure it. He's going to have to see what he can get in the process. We really consider his offense effective because he's a good interior passer. He can do a lot of things around the lane.
When you have a guy who's been out that long and he's going to be on the rim, do you make a point of testing him on the other end, trying to go right at him? Things like that?
Defensively?
Yeah.
Well, I think most of our guys will take advantage of situations. We don't have to specifically say, it's an attack point. We're going to want to post up guys in the lane. The big key about Andre is he can come from the weak side and block shots.
Phil, how did Andrew respond physically from Game 2?
He's all right. He had I wanted him to go through conditioning end of the practice today. So he ran with the group, but just part of the practice, he did go the full length.
And when you have people like, Andrew and Powell and Lamar playing like they did, 50 points, 40-something rebounds, whatever, it doesn't make you unbeatable, but it makes you very close to that.
Yeah, I mean, the big key about it is that, they're going to challenge those rebounds. They're coming from behind and, stripping us, taking the ball away once we come down with them. And so, it's going to be more than just going to get the ball or going to get blocks. It's going to be, the support that has to be there.
Coach, what are your thoughts on the three guys that didn't vote Kobe in All-NBA?
Say that again. The three what?
Three guys that did not vote in Kobe for All-NBA.
On the defensive team?
No, just All-NBA team.
Oh, I see. They have their own, desires. We just have to let it be.
Along the same lines, the defensive team came out yesterday.
Yeah.
Kobe's first team, Rod's name's nowhere to be found.
Right.
A couple of guys on the team thought that was incorrect. What are your thoughts on it?
A lot of times, my colleagues, I can't, throw out a criticism towards them because, I think that sometimes they just take the safe route and vote for guys that are big-name players on the defensive team. But overlook guys that really do work at the defense. And I'm happy to see a Cephalosha, get on a second unit. A guy that's, not a top-end scorer, not a, quote-unquote star player that gets some recognition for the effort they put in on the defensive end. So, in that regard, there's some guys, get there on the name alone, I think.
Isn't it rather amazing that for all the game-winning shots that Kobe is noticed and known for, he takes even more pride in playing defense?
Well, that's really what a team has to do to win. They have to take special pride in their defense.
You consider what Ron's brought on defense this season? Do you feel like you should have been on that list?
Should have been mentioned.
How do you feel that, what can they do to try to slow you guys down on the front line where you've been taking, exploiting that side advantage?
Well, their double teams have been effective. They've been holding them until the second half a lot in front of their bench. They've been playing it straight up, and then at the other end of the court. It's going to flip-flop defense and offense when we go to Utah. They'll have defense in front of their bench. They'll be able to send guys in trap. They did it very well, very effectively against a team we went in there and won against in March, maybe it's early March this year, our last away game with Utah. So we have to be prepared for that, the double teams and traps that come.
Is there one major thing that you stressed today in practice over anything else heading into there?
Well, the biggest thing we worked on today, defensively, is transition, get back in defense and build walls, hold them back. And the other thing is, with an offense that's a lot of ball movement and motion, you have to get through screens, you have to get to the rhythm of their players.
Would you anticipate, you kept Kobe in with the second, you got him resting the first quarter,
Uh-huh.
in with the second. Would you anticipate doing something like that again, especially on the road?
Yes.
How does the bench formula change? With that?
Well, Luke did come back and play with that bench unit in the fourth quarter. And, they survived it, okay, but I think we were all holding our breath there for a little bit. But we really emphasized the bench work today. What they have to do to defend. I think that's been our biggest problem right now is defensively. Although the scoring is ultimately important, the defense is what will hold them in the game.
What do you say to the pundits out there who say you guys are just simply too big for Utah? Are they right?
Well, we have the size. I mean, they've lost their biggest player in Okur, and obviously Fosenko is still a young player that's a learner, but we have to take advantage of what we have. They have speed. Again, this is one of our strengths as a team, and we want to take advantage